Well, 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 heck of a way to be welcome to Plant City. I love the cobblestone streets though. Well, good day my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great. We are in Plant City, Florida, as you saw, and I've actually been here once before. I have been to this building right behind us. This was the old 1914 high school. I'm gonna tell you again what happened here, what was here, but what I'm actually coming to town for is I heard they had an old state theater here that they've turned into an antique store, but a lot of people say it's more of like a museum than an antique store, and that really piqued my interest, so thought it was worth coming to check out. Daze with Jordan the Lion and you all, it begins right now. I was actually out here about 2 years ago making a filming location video for the movie My Girl. So in the movie, this was the school that Veda was taking her creative writing summer courses from her teacher. She liked him so much that he teaches that summer course, so she uses her money to take the courses here, and we see after Thomas J dies, she's coming out of this building right down these steps. This rail wasn't here at the time, but you can see like the 3 posts and everything, and her little friend is like waiting for her on the 4th step down. Some cool little movie history here in Plant City. I'm really glad I read about this antique store because I remember being in this city filming that and thinking how cool of a city, because they had like an old train depot and all that stuff downtown, and I just didn't have time because I was making the filming location video to explore the town, so we'll get to see a little bit of it today. This tree just makes you think of My Girl, doesn't it? If you're a My Girl fan. Alright, so this is what we came to see. I'm really excited because it's an old state theater, as you can see, but they have turned it into what people talk about online as an amazing antique store, but almost like a museum. Wow, look at that old sign, that's great. Of course, we're welcomed by the great Ronald McDonald and this guy. Look at the classic doors. Wow, take a look at this place. Now what really drew me in online, they said they had a lot of circus stuff. How cool is this? Wow. I am a huge fan already. Look at all this. Victrolas, cigar shop Indians, a John Wayne Cowboy Theater sign over there. A freaking giant moose. Oh my gosh, look at this. I wish we had a way of playing it. I would love to see the music. Good old jug band. Not a Zoltar, but look at this. Day the Mystic. Look at this big hand and Harrison Ford back there. And that bicycle up there. Monarch Silver King, pre-war 1932, all aluminum frame. How cool is this place? This is probably one of my favorite antique stores I've ever went in. Look at this. It says these 2 items. I'm not sure what the 2 items are, but it says these 2 items were used by the late owner of the New York Yankees, George Steinbrenner. He would host parties at his house, and these were a couple of the props he used. Mickey Mantle was used at the main entrance door to greet guests as they arrived. That's awesome. Holy cow. It's like we walked. Look at this, a strongman, John Sullivan. We did a story about him. He was the bare knuckle fighter. That bare knuckle fight that lasted for hours. And this oversized boxing gloves. Oh, and see, they even have the history of John Sullivan here. Man, I'm really just blown away right now by this place. Freaking Sean Connery. Old casino machines, an old candy machine, a top hat. And then as soon as I turn around, we have like a candy shop kind of deal over here. But look at this. Dan sings an Irish tune. This little leprechaun machine. Oh, that's so cool. Here you can have some actual hot peanuts. How cool is that? from the 1920s. And here's a whole soda station back here. This is, I mean, I'm just blown away. Captain Fantastic pinball machine. The old cash register. Alright, we're gonna pass Britney Spears here. And now I think we're actually entering the the store. Wow. Wow, it's like a restaurant. It's a little bit of everything. They have events here, I noticed. Online you can have like your wedding and stuff. This is unbelievable. Bottling company sign up there. All the old displays. Elvis is even up here. This is crazy. Once we navigate through the tables, look at the tables, by the way. Back here we have like an I Dream of Jeannie type setup. You've got the old Tunnel of Love car ride from like a carnival. And then look at that. Shalimar. Oh man, Scott Michaels would be losing his mind right now. Here's an old Guess Your Weight machine. An old freak show sign behind the piano player. And apparently this Full the Guesser machine was, it says it came from the 1920s Atlantic City boardwalk. And here's the stage area with Elvis and looks like Dumbo. A couple of Dumbos. A couple of articles about Elvis passing away over here. And then that's the backdrop. And this is one of the walls. This is the Waldorf Saloon. There's another Indian over here. A couple of big cigars on the walls up here. A soapbox derby car over here. And then look at this. It says the train caboose was used at Walt Disney World on Main Street Station in the late 70s and early 80s for photo shoots for patrons that visited the park. A little bit of random taxidermy on the walls here. This place is amazing. I'm really blown away. So here's the train car that they used that I was just talking about. Wow, look at the second floor. That's like all mannequins and costumes. I'm gonna have to work my way up there. This is just too much. These little guys. That giant stained glass over here. Circa 1900 American stained glass window was in the Smith Museum of Stained Glass Windows in Chicago. Then look at the fisherman machine. This is the world's smallest band in the Chicago band box here. Said they would connect these to a jukebox, and when the jukebox played, the curtain would open to a magnificent orchestra that played the music of the record. And then of course Maryland, an old popcorn machine, soda fountain, and a taxidermied lion. I mean, I did tell you they had a lot of circus stuff, including this really cool circus poster back here, but this was an actual performer. Yep, this was Majestic Apollo. Was used in an act with Gunther Gable Williams under the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. So he was a superstar, and then that's Gunther. That's why I was showing you him. And there's Gunther's boots. Over here we have 1940s and 50s Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey seats for performers. And 1950s Tijuana brass band. And that's an actual Ziegfeld Follies outfit. That's crazy. Talk about history. Look at that little miniature Derringer collection up there, and it's really good advice. Never squat with your spurs on. Well, my friends, was it everything I promised you? Come to Plant City and check out State Theater Antiques. Open Friday and Saturday. Now I want to go get a bite to eat. Now just across from the antique store is a Whistle Stop Cafe, which reminds me of Fried Green Tomatoes. It's not the one from Fried Green Tomatoes because that's in Georgia, but I'd like to pop in here and have a bite to eat anyway. Look at that place. Nice and classic. Looks like it used to be the old Herring's drugstore. I'm excited to try it out though. That is quite a statement. Just doesn't get any better. All right. We can seat ourselves. Here's a kids play area. This place is amazing. Take a look at this. It's got like a player piano and everything. Very cool. Wow. Nope, not a player piano. Real piano player. Look at this. They don't have the train going. They have like a whole train set here. Looks like it goes all the way around the restaurant. We don't pretend to be fine dining. If you have a reservation, you're in the wrong place. Nice. The Reuben always looks good to me. Or maybe the chicken salad. I'm just gonna sit up here at the counter. All the tables are taken in both sides of both rooms. Plus I can just listen to this guy play piano over here. Oh, I think I just found what I'm gonna get. Don't get your hopes up though. There are no fried green tomatoes on this menu. Everything's served with chips, it looks like. Guaranteed this has to be good because every seat in this place is taken. And I did ask about fried green tomatoes and they said they are working on adding that to the menu. But you can get your ice cream here. Oh look, they turned it on. Looks like they're out of the strawberry shortcake, but they have, looks like a black forest, banana cream cake, pina colada. Ooh. Over here you can see the Railroad Museum here in town. Right catty corner from the restaurant, and it's not just a clever name, the Whistle Stop. They actually have trains that still go right by it all. Yep, if you saw my menu, you know I ended up with the Sloppy Joe. When's the last time you saw Sloppy Joe on a menu anywhere? I had to. I normally try and eat every sandwich in sandwich form, but this is just too much. I have to fork it. All right, here goes. It looks great. And it is. Oh boy. That's excellent. You can probably tell that I really enjoyed this. Holy cow, that was good. Take a look at this, right on the other side of the Whistle Stop, where we just ate. It tells like the whole history of the city in mural form. How cool is that? McCrory's. We had a McCrory's where I grew up. Florida Strawberry Festival. I had a good time there last year. I went one day with Adam the Woo and the next day came back and interviewed Gunnar Nelson on a very popular video. Told us about how his dad bought the old Errol Flynn estate and how haunted it was. And look at this. Statue of a man creating, I believe, yeah, this is Seward Johnson. He was like very instrumental in the founding of this city, I believe. And of course all the strawberry fields, the trains, and the school where we started. So you don't see this everywhere. I kind of like this. They have a train viewing platform right over by the museum, which unfortunately is not open today. Can't imagine we'll get another train experience while I'm here, but as soon as we got headed over to the Whistle Stop Cafe, we got the real deal. So you can either go up top and watch from up there, or They have a nice viewing station right in here. Or right here. How cool is that? And you can just watch the train go by. Here's the Railroad Museum. Doesn't this place look fun? Got a couple of different train cars over here. And then sculpture of, who is that? Who's that supposed to be? He's got a Yankees hat on. I mean, it's Plant City, former home of the Reds. I feel like he should have been wearing a Reds hat. Which, speaking of, you know, I do always think of, when I think of Plant City, I think of the old Red Spring training facility. So I'm gonna take a gander at that while we're in town. Plant City Stadium. Maybe someday we'll get to come back and check out this museum. But let's go see Rosie the Riveter before we head out of this area. This is a really nice town. The people in the whistle stop are all very friendly. In fact, when I was leaving, going to pay to leave, a woman that I guess must be a regular came walking in and saw how busy they were, and she said to the people working, "Hey, can I help?" And they said, "Oh, you don't have to do that." And she said, no, I'll help. What can I do?" And she went and picked up a rag and a bucket of water and started cleaning off tables. You don't see that anywhere. Check these out. This is actually right behind me. Those are seats. Turn these old train parts into a seat that you can just sit here and stare at the museum if you want. And look at that artwork on there. It says filling hearts and filling bowls. You can see carrots and things like that in the bed of that. We're gonna cut through this park to go over and see the Rosie the Riveter statue. And if you're wondering where you can hitch your horse up to while you're here in town, right here. They've thought of everything here in town. Or if you and a friend just want to play chess, they got you covered here too. And you thought I was kidding, but look at where those ladies are over there taking the photo. Well, here she is. It's titled The Can Do. There's it's like a car part there. Of course, the Westinghouse 1942 pin on her lapel, showing that she's a vital piece of the workforce during World War II. It's very cool to see. And it's a really good, really well done statue. All right. Not sure if it's gonna be open or not out here. I just wanted to come by and see it. I am happy to report that it is open. How cool. So from 1988 to 1998, which would have been my favorite years of following the team, because when I graduated from high school and moved to Los Angeles, I was so busy I couldn't really follow them. So it's not that I wasn't a fan, I just wasn't following them. All the years I would have heavily been following, they would have been doing spring training here until they moved to Sarasota. But they have the gates open, so we can at least maybe go in and see the field. Gosh, this stadium would have seen some exciting times, because that wonderful 1990 team that won the World Series against the Oakland A's would have done their spring training here. They still use it. It says it's 6,000 seats, but they don't use it for any spring training professional teams anymore. So apparently in 2020, this was the XFL home of the Tampa Bay Vipers. You learn something new every day. I'm really glad I got to come see this place. Hope you enjoyed our tour of Plant City today, but we are gonna call it a day. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you all next time. If you're new here, please hit the like button, please subscribe. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.